Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
Hi friends, you are on Melonfonk channel. In this video, I will tell you about the update 24.0 in Playground, but before I start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for being in my video. If you want to be in my next video, you need to do a few things. 1, you need to subscribe to my channel. 2, give me a like. 3rd, write your top comment of 4 words or more. And don't forget to watch this video from beginning to end. It's very simple to fulfill all these conditions and have fun watching. Well, friends, it's been a while since Melon Playground Update 23.0, and that's a reason to think about when the next update will be released and what will be in it. We are going to talk about Update 24.0 today, and let's talk about it all in order. So guys, not too long ago, I interviewed the developer of Melon Playground. I asked him a lot of interesting questions and accordingly received a lot of just very interesting answers. I think you should know about them, but the interview will be released a little bit later. To pique your interest, I'm going to give you some interesting facts about the 24.0 update that nobody knows about yet. The first thing I would like to tell you is that the developers have made it clear that in Update 24.0 will definitely be a huge number of items, and updates will now always be large. That is, it will not be like before. Previously, updates were released quite often, but updates are often accompanied by just adding some uninteresting items. Now this will not be. The developer has made it clear that now we will only have major updates, and accordingly about these updates today, and we will talk about. The first thing that we'll add is items and tools for creating mods. That is, again, will be reworked mod editor, as it was before with the bomb editor, and in principle it is on the editors. Now the developers just directed all their attention as if, I do not know how good or bad it is, but it is always interesting. And thanks to the mod editor, we have more and more interesting ridders. In principle, mods became much easier to do, and it became much more interesting. Especially when the workshop has the ability to withdraw money, I think that the motivation you have to create some very interesting items just appeared much more than before. What is this mod editor? I will not tell you yet. Wait for the interview, but catch a screenshot because of the process of creating the game. I think if you know anything about development, I think it will tell you something. Basically, it's a very interesting screenshot that the developer himself decided to share, and he gave the go-ahead to do so. And it's very interesting. The next thing that will be in Update 24.0 is the continuation of the story. And as stated by the developer himself, that it is the story will be revealed through various pass hacks, through riddles, tasks, and so on. And as for me, this option is very interesting and most consistent with the concept of Melon Playground. It's actually a very interesting idea, and Update 23.0 showed that it will really be very cool and fun to work. I think that each of you got high when you tried to pass, find, watched something on YouTube, and basically even these videos you were very interesting to watch. Personally, I tried to make it as mysterious and somewhere scary as possible so that you really get emotions. What you think about it, be sure to write in the comments. It's very early to talk about dates, because Melon Playground is always in the development stage, because it's not that raw but not yet completely perfect project. So, if earlier the developer worked on this game alone, and accordingly it was easier for him to just depend on himself and roll out updates all the time, though not so big. But now there is a huge team of 6 people working on the updates according to the developer's statements, and accordingly it became much harder to do it, because the updates became big, and they now depend on their work schedule, on their salary, etc. I think you all understand this. Personally, I expect an update around the end of June. I think it will be logical. If Update 23 came out in early May, if Update 23.0 came out in early May, and the previous one 2 months before, then now it's like early July or late June is such a presumably adequate date for this update. Whether you're looking forward to this update, write definitely in the comments. I think it's clear to everyone that the music is the main, if not the main, component of the atmosphere of any game, and it's actually very important. And as the developer himself said, they are now working on this project, which will be in your ears constantly played and really better immerse you in the game. And basically, the soundtrack is almost a priority update in Melon Playground right now. I don't know in which update this innovation will be released, in 24.0 or in 25.0. The sooner the better as far as I'm concerned. What do you think about it? Be sure to write in the comments and rate this update from 1 to 10. Also in Update 24.0, I expect a significant improvement in visuals, according to statements from the developers themselves again. Wait for the interview, it will be released literally most likely this week or next week. And I think it makes sense that the visuals are a very important component of any game, and it's very cool to work on that aspect. I think they were working before, but basically now that there is a huge team, they are working more intensively as far as I'm concerned, and it's actually very cool. So the visual improvement of the game is definitely a plus for Update 24.0, so wait, I think the developers will not let us down. The next thing that will be added in Update 24.0 is a new map, and from the voting, which is called Infinite City. It's winning the vote big time, and it's obvious that Infinite City will be the basis of the next update, just like Acid in the past. To me, Acid is the most successful update in the last year, if not the most successful in principle. And I think that Infinite City should be a clear competitor to this update, and see what happens. Honestly, it's very interesting, because I do not believe in the other maps that are now hanging in the voting, because the gap is just incredible. And in principle, it is really very cool if they add some kind of infinite map. Personally, I've been waiting for this just for a long time. The boundaries of the map often very much interfere with the creation of any content, and I hope that the Infinite City will not be an optimization problem, but the beginning of a new era of Melon Playground. And accordingly, for the new map will be released some new transportation. And I expect it to be air transport, most likely a helicopter or a plane. Honestly, I think that the helicopter to make much easier, and in principle, so I expect some kind of air transport like maybe a quadricopter or a jetpack or something similar, because now air transport is not in principle in the game, and it would be, I think, very interesting to look at something like this in Melon Playground. Write definitely in the comments and rate the idea of creating air transport from 1 to 10. This brings my video to an end. Thank you all for watching. Good luck, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. You were on the channel Melonfonk, and as always, see you the other day.